Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4. Now just quickly before we get into the rest of the video, I will be announcing the winner of the Mirror Funko Pop giveaway thing I started at like last week sometime. So I will be announcing the winner of that at the end of this video, so be sure to stick around until then if you entered that one. And I will also be starting up a new giveaway at the end of the video as well, just after I announce that winner, which is for an unmasked The Flash Pop from Justice League, which looks pretty sweet, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys wouldn't mind handing or getting your hands on that, might I say. So yeah, be sure to stick around until the end of the video to find out how you could win that. Now, Season 3 of The Flash had a decent amount of things introduced in regards to the storyline that played out that didn't really get properly explained or finished off. These mainly were focused around Savitar and his origins, I guess, such as the Philosopher's Stone, the cult of Savitar, the Savitar suit, and even the events surrounding his creation. Like, what the hell? What made him go mental in the first place? We all theorized around that. I think mine was pretty close, but we didn't actually get it properly explained by the show. It was almost like they left it up to each individual viewer's own interpretation of sorts, which was a bit weird. Anyway, Season 3 wasn't the only one to bring something to the forefront, grab our attention, and then seem to just sort of back off from going further with it or just explaining it in general. One of those we will be talking about for the rest of this video, and as you can tell by the title, that is the Flash Ring, which was first presented to us in Season 1 of The Flash, and has reappeared elsewhere in the Arrowverse, but never really focused on, which has started to annoy a decent amount of people. So I guess to start off with and quickly just, go over, just in case some people watching are not that familiar with it, what is the Flash Ring? Now, some do tend to call it the costume ring or the Flash's costume ring, but essentially it just looks like a ring with the Flash emblem on it that is spring-loaded, and when opened, it releases the Flash suit. Now, Barry Allen is one smart cookie, and in the comics, he actually treated his suit with chemicals that allowed the suit to shrink into the ring. And then upon being released, it returned to its intended regular size, which obviously allowed Barry to get inside the suit. Now, Barry wasn't the only holder of the Flash mantle to wear and use a Flash ring. Wally West also did, the same with Bart Allen. Wally West, however, did learn to manifest his suit or create his suit from the actual Speed Force though. So you could say Barry and Bart were living in 2017 while Wally West was out there living in 2057. But now back to the Arrowverse or the TV show side of things. We mainly saw the Flash Ring at 2 points in Season 1 of The Flash. The first being in the mid-season finale or Episode 9 when Eobard Thawne, who was obviously posing as Harrison Wells, uses the ring to transfer the reverse Flash suit to like that display stand, I guess you would call it, or a mannequin. And the second time was in the penultimate or second last episode of Season 1 in the fight against Flash, Firestorm, and Green Arrow. And this is where we actually see the reverse Flash suit pop out of the ring for the first time. Like, that was awesome seeing that happen. Now, I know a lot of people have already probably thought this or started commenting it. Yes, I know this is technically the reverse Flash ring. It's not the Flash ring because it's the ring that the reverse Flash was using. But come on, don't get technical. It's the Flash ring. It's the exact same goddamn thing. It works the exact same. It's the Flash ring. Just don't complain, please. Now, obviously, in Season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, we had the Reverse Flash or Eobard Thawne as a member of the Legion of Doom. And I do think he carried that team, to be completely honest. Like, I think if he wasn't on there, it wouldn't have been as good of a season of Legends of Tomorrow, and I don't think the Legion of Doom would have been as threatening. But obviously, this time around, it was the legitimate Eobard Thawne, not posing as anyone for most of the time at least. Like, he did pose as a couple of people, but that was so his plans worked out. While we didn't see him shoot the suit out of the ring in any scenes, from what I can remember at least, we did see him wearing it in various scenes. So they were consistent with that, which was good to see. Like, it wasn't like in some scenes he wasn't wearing the ring, and then in some, when we got like a close-up of his hand, he was wearing the ring. If you go back and watch Season 2 of Legends, he is wearing the ring in a lot of his scenes. Like when you can actually see his hand, he's wearing the ring, which is really cool. But now that we have talked about the history, I guess you could say, of the Flash ring on the show, when can we expect to see it next? But more importantly, when can we expect to see our boy, Barry Allen, wearing it and using it for what it is made for? There are two things on the show currently, at least, or will be in Season 4, might I say, that in my opinion do add some legitimacy to the possibility of the Flash ring actually showing up sooner rather than later on the show. The first of these is actually a character on the show, and no, it's not Barry, which would be, I guess makes sense. It's actually Cisco. As we saw in the finale for the first season of The Flash, Cisco was very, very interested and very, very curious about the ring that Eobard Thawne was wearing, and even questioned Eobard, or Fake Wells, whatever you want to call him, about how he managed to get the suit inside the ring. It was like the burning question that Cisco had for Eobard Thawne. And that, to me at least, is the biggest obstacle facing the making of a ring for Barry, getting his actual suit into the ring. Cisco is a smart dude, and as we have seen him do on the show before, he can make some pretty damn handy gadgets, so a spring-loaded ring would be pretty easy for him. But as I said before, he did question Eobard about getting the suit inside of the ring, which I do think will require the help of Barry Allen. I think it would be fitting if Barry were the one to connect that final piece of the puzzle, if you want to call it that is the Flash ring construction, by being the one to actually figure out the way in which to actually shrink the suit and get it inside the ring. But speaking of the suit, as most of us should know by now, Barry will be donning the suit that we saw in the 2024 episode of Season 3, worn by the future Barry. And this is actually the second thing that could add to the introduction of the ring. This suit will be manifested by the Speed Force by the looks of it, which may give it some properties that allow it to do certain things, one of which could be to get in the ring somehow or allow it to shrink and then expand upon release. I would prefer it if Barry figured out the shrinking himself though, through, working with different chemicals or another form of science. But with the new suit, we should hope some other cool things come along with it, one of which being the Flash ring, which a lot of people have been waiting for and hoping for. One thing that does sort of go against it is that I'm pretty damn sure in 2024 we don't see the future Barry wearing a Flash ring, which is disappointing. But then again, maybe they didn't want to give too much of a hint at it in that episode, even though they did give some hints to other things. Maybe they didn't want to shove it too many things in our face in that future episode. And technically that future doesn't exist anymore because of what happened at the end of Season 3. Now, there is one thing I've seen a decent amount of people bring up as to why they might not introduce the Flash ring, and that is actually the cost of the CGI to use it. And you might be thinking, hold on, it couldn't be that much. But if you think about it, when we go back to that penultimate episode for Season 1, where we actually see the Reverse Flash suit come out of the ring, that's CGI, obviously. That's not a practical stunt or a practical effect. Now, the reason behind the whole thing about that, is that they wouldn't have to use that every single time. We would only have to see Barry shoot the ring out of shoot the suit, out of the ring every now and then, like not even every episode, just every now and then throughout the season. And it would just explain why Barry gets places as the Flash so quickly. Like if he's in his normal get up as if he's on a date with Iris, how could he get down the street and all of a sudden he's in his Flash suit? Wouldn't he have to go to Star Labs to get his suit? There has been some complaints about that on the show. But if we know that he has the ring on him, then that sort of fixes all of those questions behind how the hell did he get his suit there so quickly? Or even other things when they're not, say, inside the city limits and Barry has his suit on. Little things like that will be sort of just wiped away. No one can really ask those questions anymore if Barry has his Flash ring. Now, if they were going to introduce it on the show, I wouldn't be expecting it until the second half of Season 4, because it would be a bit weird. Because in the beginning of the season, that first half, you really need to be setting up the storyline for the rest of the season, introducing new characters, the new villains, and stuff like that, and just setting up the major plot lines for each individual character, and really focusing a lot of time on a goddamn ring, even though it would be cool, would be a bit, weird, and a bit of a waste of time just for that first half of the season. So if they were going to introduce it, I wouldn't introduce it until the second half of the season, but it would be pretty cool if they sprinkled little hints that Cisco was working on it, which I think would be pretty cool, which they've done in Season 3. Like, if you go back and watch Season 3, there is little sprinkles of Cisco working on his vibe gauntlets. They don't necessarily focus on them, but you can see them in the background and stuff, and you can just tell that Cisco's working on them before they officially debuted on the show. But now let's get on to the giveaway winner for that mirror pop from the Justice League, and the winner is Little Kozak or Kozak, or one of the two, so do just message me on YouTube and I'll get your details and send that out to you. But now let's get on to the new giveaway for the next week, and that is for this Flash Unmasked pop, and I really like the look of it. I think it looks really cool, so hopefully you guys would be interested in entering this giveaway to win it. So all you have to do is leave a like on the video, be a subscriber to the channel of course, and essentially just leave a comment in the comment section down below answering this question. Are you looking forward to the Flashpoint movie, and why? So essentially it would be, yes, I'm looking forward to it because I'm looking forward to seeing Thomas Wayne Batman, or something along those lines. But that's how you would, word out the question. Or word out the answer, might I say. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. As I said, do all that stuff to enter the giveaway. If you don't want to enter it, you can still feel free to leave a like, leave your opinions on everything I've said in this video, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. But I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.